Late-night attack forces Governor Shapiro and family to flee mansion in frightening arson incident. In a chilling turn of events early Sunday morning, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, his wife, their 4 children, 2 dogs, and some guests were forced to flee the official governor's residence after a man broke in and deliberately set a fire. The terrifying incident happened around 2 a.m., shortly after the family had celebrated the Jewish holiday of Passover with loved ones and members of the local community. The celebration had been full of warmth and tradition, until it turned into a night none of them will forget. Authorities say the suspect, identified as 38-year-old Cody Balmer from Harrisburg, scaled a 7-foot-tall iron security fence surrounding the mansion, slipped past security, and forced his way inside. Within moments, he ignited a fire in one of the most historic and frequently used rooms of the mansion, a space often filled with guests, art, and music. Thankfully, no one was injured, but the fire caused heavy damage. The commotion of the flames and smoke prompted state troopers to pound on the family's doors, urging them to evacuate immediately. They did so, shaken but safe, as firefighters rushed in to extinguish the flames. Later that day, Balmer was captured and is now facing serious charges, including attempted murder, terrorism, aggravated arson, and aggravated assault. Police also revealed that he was armed with a homemade incendiary device, hinting that this was not a random act, but a carefully planned attack. Governor Shapiro, still visibly emotional at a press conference that evening, stood in front of the charred remnants of the mansion's south wing. Despite the destruction behind him, his message was strong and clear. He would not be intimidated or deterred. "We told the story of Passover last night, the story of escaping bondage and seeking freedom," Shapiro said. "I will not be bound by the chains of fear. I will not let someone with evil in their heart stop me from doing the work I love or from practicing my faith." Authorities are still working to determine the motive behind the attack. Though it remains unclear what specifically drove Balmer to act, what's not in doubt is the seriousness of the situation and the rising concern over politically or personally motivated violence in today's climate. This kind of violence is not acceptable. It's becoming far too common. And I don't care what party it's aimed at or who it targets. It's just wrong. We have to be better than this, Shapiro stated passionately. The fire tore through the room where the Seder meal had been held just hours before. Massive windows were shattered, their frames scorched. The room's interior, once elegant, now holds a haunting scene. A burnt piano, charred buffet tables, and blackened walls, symbolic of both the physical and emotional toll of the attack. The damage extended beyond what the eye could see. Investigators were seen removing a piece of the iron fence that the suspect climbed, wrapping it in black plastic and taking it for evidence. The Department of Justice, the FBI, and federal prosecutors have all pledged support in the ongoing investigation. Despite the destruction, Shapiro expressed deep gratitude that everyone escaped unharmed, and that the spirit of the holiday and the strength of his family and faith remains untouched. Messages of support poured in. Vice President J.D. Vance called the attack disgusting violence, expressing relief that the Shapiros were safe. Former governors from both political parties, including Mark Schweiker and Tom Ridge, condemned the incident, labeling it cowardly and heartbreaking. Governor Shapiro and his family split their time between the mansion and their home in Abington, roughly 100 miles away. Just a day earlier, he had shared a photo of their Seder celebration online, a moment of joy and togetherness that now contrasts sharply with the horror that followed. Still, the governor's final words rang out with conviction and hope. "We refuse to be afraid. We refuse to be silenced. We will rebuild, and we will continue to serve."
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.